What's a full house this morning? We're kicking off a new episode. We're getting all the cars out of SoCal Speed Shop, and we will get on the road to Grand National Roadster Show. Kind of speaks for itself, honestly. It's just full of little weird details. The windows all work. It doesn't have wipers, but we're from Texas.
To be able to drive the car, we wanted a modern late model fuel injected motor. It's an LS3. It has, we had some custom valve covers made.
What's a full house this morning? We're kicking off a new episode. We're getting all the cars out of SoCal Speed Shop. We'll line them up outside and we will get on the road to Grand National Roadster Show. There's a lot in store today, several interviews. You're gonna see a lot of cars and so much more. We got Scotty back in the house.
How are you?
We're gonna see if these cars start up after a couple months. We haven't been here for a couple months, so we haven't started cars. So hopefully they get started. And yeah, let's see what we have inside. We have a big group rolling out this morning from SoCal Speed Shop, so it's gonna be really cool. We've got a good spot out there, I believe, and it's just good to see a lot of good people with a lot of great cars, so exciting to see. So check out SoCal Speed Shop. Again, they're in San Dimas. The drive isn't too far to the event, so you can contact them, ship your car out, store it here for several months, do events like we are, and kind of get what they call the SoCal experience. are here checking out the Race Street Garage 3-window coupe. We're going to try to get these guys on camera here, tell you a little bit about the car. Chuck Johnson with Keystone Tape, he is the owner, so check out Keystone Tape as well. We'll show you them in the background if you can see that. But this is an all-steel 3-window coupe that's slightly chopped. It's a Mercury theme, but let's get to these guys and show you more of this amazing rod here at the Grand National Roadster Show 2025.
Hey, it's Mark and Josh from Race Street Garage in front of our 32 Ford that we just finished for our GNRS debut. It's been a process, probably about 2-year build, and kind of speaks for itself, honestly. It's just full of little weird details, quirky stuff, but trying to tie all of the Mercury stuff together, or this satin finish to not blow out the rest of the car. Subtlety was key on this thing.
Chuck Johnson owns a car from Keystone Tape, not far from us in Hurst, Texas. And the car kind of came to us as a previous build that he just had some issues with stuff, and we kind of took it over and it just snowballed. So we kind of trying to tone down a lot of stuff that had been going on with it, and make it his build and our build at the same time. And then, like Mark said, tie in all the Mercury stuff.
But it's an all-steel car. It's an RJ's frame. The motor's a 331. It started life as a 302 small block Ford. 470W transmission with a quick 4 transmission controller. It's fast, and it sounds really good. These small block Fords, you can't beat them.
Now, will he drive the car?
Yes, we will make sure he drives the car. It's got AC, it's got heat, the windows all work. It doesn't have wipers, but we're from Texas.
Now, you guys build a lot of traditional hot rods, right?
This is sort of out of our wheelhouse, so it's been cool to do some stuff that we might not have done, like having the wheels built. We've done a lot of like 3D printing stuff that was totally new to us, but just being able to like have somebody allow us to do that's been really fun.
Think a little bit further outside the box and do really cool
but still make it look as traditional as possible.
Tell us a little bit about your guys' shop. Where are you actually located?
So we're north of downtown Fort Worth. We're in an old 50s mobile gas station, 4-bay gas station building that looks the part. I mean, it's all, we painted it up like it would have been mobile station.
Old stucco facade.
So
the cube windows that are crazy. And we tried to just keep it as traditional as we could. We wanted something that felt like the guys were working in from the 50s, and we've got all the old equipment just like those dudes were doing, and try to do it just like they were doing in the 50s.
So what's your favorite thing about the car?
I like all of the little Mercury details we did. The Mercury hubcaps, the Mercury valve covers, there's a Mercury horn button. On the Alumacraft grill, there's a little Mercury man in the middle. It just tied all of those little details together, and I just absolutely love that.
So if someone wanted to find you guys on social media, where do they find you guys?
Race Street Garage.
Just at Race Street Garage?
Race Street Garage.
Okay.
Yeah. Instagram, Facebook, that's about all we got.
Okay, perfect. And do you have a phone number if someone ever wanted to schedule, or do they schedule you guys? How far are you out?
We're 1 year to 2 years out on the full build. But yeah, we've got a phone number. It's 817-946-7522.
Okay, but you guys do some service work as well?
We do.
Yes, yeah, we do quick builds.
Okay.
Between the full builds, we'll do, little take-ins, guys that aren't comfortable with the chop, or hey, I can't get this flathead running, because it's pretty common. We know those cars in and out.
But really, metalwork to everything. Do you guys paint?
We don't. Our friend Slick Logan does all of our paint work. We don't
really
do paint or upholstery.
All the suspension, the wiring, the fabrication.
Absolutely everything but paint and interior.
Okay.
But we help procure all the interior and paint, so we're still involved in all of that.
Perfect. Well, let's show a little bit more about the car. Guys, thank you so much. I've been seeing your builds, and everyone that I see, whether it's a patina hot rod and just a driver to something like this, You guys are really up and coming, and it's really cool to see some young guys doing the great work that you guys do.
Thank you.
So one of the real cool things, again, what these guys talked about was it really carries the Mercury theme, whether it's the valve covers, the hubcaps, to even the little emblem at the bottom of the grill. We'll show you that here as well. Okay, we wanted to share another spectacular ride with you, and we are with a beautiful Roadster, and I have Chris Clark of Ace Fabrication. He's out of the Missouri area, and we're gonna show Scott Movik's brand new, fresh 32 Ford full fendered Roadster. It just got off of Barrett-Jackson, the Barrett-Jackson Cup, and we're now at Grand National Roadster Show. So let's get Chris on camera to tell us more about this build.
Hey Kevin, well, we started out building this car, as you said, for Scott Movik. Started out with a one-off custom chassis, American stamping rails. We like to make our own center section. The car, to get the right ride height and stance, you know, we C-notch the rear end a lot, and also you've got the front end super low to give it that mean stance. He started off on a full fender car, so there's little touches. We dropped the grill shell about 1.5 inches, and that makes, you know, if you ever looked at a deuce, all the hoods on the deuce kind of run uphill. So what we did in order to get that nice, smooth, streamlined look from the side is actually add a shorter radiator and just kind of make it all blend. And getting the profile right on this car was one of the main starting points. He also wanted, so to be able to drive the car, we wanted a modern late model fuel injected motor. It's an LS3. It has, you know, we had some custom valve covers made that look like a Ford Y block. It's from EVOD, and it's got boreless stack injection and everything. If you look around at the car, it's kind of subtle and understated, but you start looking at the details, you can really see, oh, it's got neat motor mounts, and also, you know, all the tubing work and bracketry is just really nice and cleanly done. So,
did you make the motor mounts?
Yes, sir. Yep, okay. Made the motor mounts all by hand, you know, all TIG welded together. And, you know, we kind of had the car together, and we wanted to do, we got a rendering done by Eric Brockmeyer. So that helped out a bunch to set the vision, get the colors right. And, you know, he drew up a design on the wheels that was just over the top. So we had those custom cut one off. And another thing, as you're looking at the car, it's very hard to find, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on with fuel injection. So in order to compartmentalize that and hide all the wiring, we did this old school heater inside the car, and a lot of the wiring and all the bracketry and circuits are underneath there to kind of hide it and make it look sleek and smooth. We also raised the rear wheel wells on the car, and it gave the car just a nice low stance. You know, in order to do that, you had to lengthen the fenders to make everything meet up correct again. And you know, it's just a really great driving, fun car to drive and ride in.
How many hours you think you have in the build?
Oh man, I don't.
Do you track that?
Yeah, I could. I haven't done that yet, but you know, it took right about 1.5 years to build the car, and that's with paint, body, and upholstery. You know, Tracy at Recover Room did the upholstery for us. Tony at Show Me Rods did the paint. But we did it. We were responsible for all the metal work, finish wiring, and all the bracketry, all stainless tubing, exhaust, everything like that. So.
And take me back to the back end of the car, because I know you did a lot of work near the gas tank area as well, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the back side of the car.
Yeah, so we sectioned the gas tank, shortened the frame a little bit, tucked it underneath the body so it had a real nice streamlined look to it. Also, the tank covers are all hand built, because you know, once you start cutting and moving stuff, everything's off. So Did all that, you know, and all in the transition around, we really like the overrider on the license plate, so we kind of followed that trend in through the tail lights, recessed them a little bit, and it just, you know, it kind of blended for a really clean look.
And then not only fabrication, but do you handle multiple builds at a time? Or are you doing one car at a time? Tell me a little bit about the shop. How long have you been in business?
Yeah, so I'm a two-man shop, and I've been in business since 2003. So we just kind of I do about 3 cars at a time, 2 to 3, and we have a pretty long wait list, but we like to, once we get the car in the shop, like to just keep going and progressing on the car and get it done and move on to the next one. So, but this was just a really fun build because we had, you know, was able to build the top. Scott had a really cool vision for using modern touches with Cerakote and stuff that's not always seen on hot rods. It's always chrome and paint, you know? So it was neat to do some different things than what we have done in the past.
But you don't just build show cars like this. You build cars that you can actually drive.
Oh yeah, you get in, drive it. That's the main thing. You know, having fun with the car. You know, you want something that you can show and be proud of, but at the same time, it's got to be workable and everything usable and meshed right.
So do you guys have any big plans for this car this year? Where's some of the events that this car may be? So if someone wants to check it out in person, they may be able to see it as well.
Right, so we are going to Good Guys there, the hot rod there in Nashville. Going to go to that, and then I'm not sure on probably Columbus is one of the big shows. And other than that, we're kind of open, but I know Scott's planning a lot for this car.
Perfect. Well, Chris, thank you so much for sharing this awesome ride with us.
Thank you.
And what's your social media? Tell everybody where they can see more about your work or how to get in touch with you if they ever wanted to do a build with you.
Right, it's Ace Fabrication. I'm on Instagram and also on Facebook under Ace Fabrication. And my name's Chris Clark, and you know, just if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call.
Perfect. Thanks,
Thank you.
Chris.
So let's show you more of this amazing ride. And we've seen a couple other builds that Chris has done, as I almost trip over the sign here. We've seen a couple other builds that Chris has done with his shop, and their work is top notch, so definitely check them out. We'll put their information in the comments below if you want to look at their Instagram, their social media, but again, you have that here as well. Congratulations to Scott Movick on the build. The car is amazing, and pictures and videos don't do it justice. It's even better in person. So if you're going to be in Nashville or you're going to be in Columbus, and I think maybe a Triple Crown event, you want to check out this car. Congratulations, guys, on another amazing ride. Well, as you can see, we're wrapping up another video, another day, Grand National Roadster Show. The cars are all coming back into the shop now. So it was a great day. They're lined up outside. We still have more to get in here, and we're gonna do it all again tomorrow, and it's gonna be even bigger. So we appreciate you watching today's episode. Check out SoCal Speed Shop.
Check out their storage here as well if you wanna enjoy the SoCal experience.
Check out OpposingCylinders.com, our latest listings. Consider joining as a member where you get discounts on SoCal Speed Shop. So many other vendor partners. Join us for upcoming road tours, our road tour to Bonneville, and so much more. And yeah, we appreciate you watching. Thanks to everyone that introduced themselves today. It was great meeting so many people, and we're going to see you on the road again here in California next episode.